I was sitting at the counter of California Pizza, and 3 stools away from me sat a youngish looking black woman. She looked to be in her mid-30s. She looked at me and asked if I was a psychiatrist. I said, no, I'm a clinical psychologist. And she said, oh, okay. Is your name Dr. Williams? And I said, yeah, it is. She said, you know, I was your client 20 years ago. I was 10 years old, and I had been sexually abused by my father. And I was in psychotherapy with you, and you helped me a lot. And I just want you to know that I'm doing just fine. I have 2 children, a 6-figure income, and life is good. I said, wow, okay, all right. I'm so glad to hear that. So my name's Dr. Williams, and it's not very often that I have feedback directly from clients that I've had in years past. And of course, in as much as I saw her 20 years ago when she was 10 years old, you know, and now she's in her mid-30s, or 30-something, of course I wouldn't recognize her because, you know, people change from 10 to 30. But at any rate, it's really good to know that people appreciate what I'm trying to do for them and how I'm trying to help them out. So anyway, a few days ago, I was talking to my son, and I told him that as a result of this, I told him that I wanted to reach as large an audience as possible so I can teach people about life's trials and tribulations and disappointments and depression. To accomplish this goal, I was going to do a series of talks about life lessons aimed at helping ex-felons. Why? Because I'm an ex-felon myself. I became a doctor 15 years after I got out of prison. And so the idea was that I would try to help teach ex-felons how to get out, who get out of prison, how to stay out and not end up going back. You know, I thought this would be a worthy goal, a worthy pursuit. I have also been a college professor, so it's not as if I don't know anything about teaching. I know a lot about teaching, you know. However, my son Earl, that's Earl III, pointed out to me that if I'm interested in taking this message to the masses on YouTube, I can't lecture people like I did when I was a professor. He also said that while it is a worthy pursuit to target ex-felons as my audience, that I would probably do much better if I, you know, presented information to everybody, you know, that the ex-felon population might be too small. So I said, okay, all right, because actually the things that ex-felons need to know are the same things that everybody else needs to know. So Earl said, and I agreed that depression is one of the major problems of today. You know, as a matter of fact, while watching TV this morning, I saw where suicides are up 25% since 1999. Also, 45,000 people ages 10 and up commit suicide a year here in America. It went on to say that 54% of suicide victims did not have an identifiable mental illness, you know, before they tragically took their lives. If you add this to the U.S. population of 100,000 opioid deaths a year, you're left with the idea that something is very wrong in the land of the free and the home of the brave. We may be brave and free, but we are not happy. This is the issue I want to address in my YouTube channel. To that end, I will look at depression from various angles: psychological, physical, spiritual, herbal. I'm not looking to just describe these issues, but also to suggest solutions. These solutions will include spiritual interventions, physical interventions. It may even include diet interventions, you know, as well as psychological interventions and psychiatric interventions. You know, these solutions will also include resilience, how to increase your and make stronger your resilience, and also how to increase your level of happiness. After all, when you get right down to basics, depression can simply be defined as the absence of happiness. It is very possible that this is why people kill themselves and possibly others, use drugs, drink liquor, have an insatiable appetite for money and things, get divorced, commit crime. People are just not happy. Every week, I will be discussing different types of depression and ways to overcome depression